Hello friends, here we are going to learn how to calculate national income using income method. As we can see here that we are trying to calculate the income earned by all in an economy. When we club the income earned by all in the economy, that will be the income of the nation or national income. Now, first thing that what comprises this all? As we know that income is generated when you contribute in the production process, either directly or indirectly. That's why we can say that it is the income earned by all factors of production. Because it is the payment to those factors which are involved in the production process, and national income is the sum total of all the payment received by these factors of production in against of their contribution in the production process. Now the question is, what are those factors? The factors are land, second is labor, third is capital, and fourth is entrepreneur. These are the factors which are involved in the production process. If any of the factor is missing, then the production process can't initiate. तो ये फैक्टर्स इनिशिएट ही नहीं करेंगे, अगर प्रोडक्शन इनिशिएट ही नहीं करेगा अगर ये फैक्टर्स ना हो तो. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज, व्हाट आर द पेमेंट दे रिसीव इन अगेंस्ट ऑफ देयर प्रोडक्शन, अगेंस्ट ऑफ देयर कंट्रीब्यूशन इन प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस? द फैक्टर पेमेंट which is an income for these factors. Land will get rent, the labor will get wage, the capitalist will get interest, and the entrepreneur will get profit. These are the factor payment for these factors of production, or in other words we can say that it is the income of these factors which is earned by these factors, and this is the sum total which we are going to club together, that will gives us the national income, although we have to convert a bit. Now these are the factor payments. Now how we treat them when we are using them for accounting of national income, how we treat them? The items which are included in national income accounting, rent will be treated as, or clubbed as, rent and royalty. When we call it rent, we are counting rent and royalty together, then only we can include it in national income. The factor payment received by workers for their contribution in production process, that is called as wage, but here we treat it as COE, or can say compensation of employees. The compensation of employees includes salary and wage, and second, employers contribution to social security scheme. Employers contribution to social security scheme or provident fund we can use in different way also. It can be called as provident fund, but it always be employers contribution. Never get confused with employees contribution. Only you have to include the employers contribution. Next is it was the first one, rent. Second was the compensation of employees. The third one was interest. We use it as like that. Now the fourth one is profit, but profit will further subdivided into three parts. That is, first is corporate tax. Company is a person in the eye of law, and the earnings of the company, that is profit, on profit at first the government impose the taxes, that will be called as corporate tax. Next one is dividend, which is paid to the shareholders for their support to the organization by their investments. And last one is undistributed profit, which is also called as retained earning. Retained earnings. So here we have 6 items which we have to include while calculating national income. But along with that, there is one more item which we have to include, that is mixed income of self-employed. Mixed income of self-employed. This is the income earned by those people which doesn't fall in either in any of these factors, because they have several sources of income. It may be possible that they are earning by as a capitalist, and maybe they are involved as a landlord. May be possible they are acting as all the factors of production. They have multiple sources. That's why they can't fall in any of one category. That's why they are called as mixed income, and they are not working under any person. They are self-employed. That's why we call it mixed income of self-employed. So when we add all these 7 points or 7 items, we will get NDPFC, net domestic product at factor cost. Now, how can we calculate the national income? The identity of national income is NNPFC. Now, to calculate national income, which is NNPFC, what we have to do when we calculate NDPFC, then we have to add NFIA, net factor income earned from abroad. It will give us national income. We can also write it that NDPFC, a shorter formula, NDPFC is equal to COE plus OS plus MI. Again, it is COE is the same thing, the compensation of employees, which includes wages and salaries and employers' contribution to social security scheme. Although the list is a bit longer, but you will get a question where only these two things we have to add. We don't need to include house rent allowance, leave traveling allowances, not all these things, but your question will try to know your concept up to this level only. Here COE plus OS plus MI, whereas OS includes rent, interest, corporate tax, dividend, and undistributed profit. So again, number one is COE, second is rent, third is interest, fourth is corporate tax, fifth is dividend, sixth is undistributed profit, and seventh is mixed income of self-employed. So this one is a shorter formula of NDPFC is COE plus OS plus MI, and OS is includes rent, interest, and profit, and means COE and MI, mixed income of self-employed, will be excluded from here, and rest all will clubbed as operating surplus. So by this way we can calculate the NDPFC, and by adding NFIA in NDPFC we can get NNPFC, that is the identity of national income. So in the next video we will take a numerical question of output method as well as the income method, and we will solve that question so that you can come to know that how we can use this formula for calculation purpose. Although the basic concept of national income accounting through income method has been cleared in this video, so we can I think that you people can able to solve all these things. If you apply the formula in your question, you can definitely solve the question. Thank you till next video.